pull. Throughout the ages, warfare's been about accuracy and power. But on this week's Scrapheap Challenge, we're looking at mechanical missile launchers, like this one. It's nice and simple, but it works. Here we go, Gary. Pull. I could hit it, you know, I could. Trust me. I'm Dick Strawbridge, and this week's Scrapheap Challenge comes from Hever Castle in Kent, a spectacular medieval fortress and childhood home for Anne Boleyn. It was built in 1290, long before there were powerful cannons and gunpowder to knock down the stone walls. In the 13th century, if you wanted to attack a place like this, you'd need a siege engine to fire rocks and burning missiles. On this week's Scrapheap Challenge, we're building medieval siege weapons, built from scrap. 3 teams have just 4 weeks to build a medieval throwing device capable of hurling missiles into Castle Scrapheap. To create their machines, they'll have just £450 towards costs and whatever scrap they can lay their hands on. Then our teams will compete against each other here at medieval Hever Castle. After 2 rounds of battle, the victor will face the most feared of all Scrapheap teams, medieval men who spare no opponents. My team, Dick's Diamonds. Dick's Diamonds are the best the Scrapheap has to offer. Home teams, watch out. My partner in crime is Jim Milner, a man whose intellect is so huge, he's forgotten more than most people know.
We're great. Nothing we can't fix.
We've only a week to build our machine. To do this, we need scrap, and we've got mountains of it right here on our own personal scrap heap. Our star scrapper is going to love it. Turn up here and have a look at this, and it's great.
And the great thing is, it's a working scrapyard, so every week things are coming in, things are going away, so it's always changing. We're always going to find something different.
End of the week, the scrap's turned into a really good machine.
We hope.
Each week, Jim and I team up with a superstar scrapper. For this build, we're joined by Scrapheap regular Richard Vincent, affectionately known as Turbo. Turbo's something of a legend when it comes to Scrapheap, popping up all over the place.
Hello.
He's featured as an expert in land tugs, juggernauts, paddle boats and locomotives. When it comes to building things from scrap, he's only got one gear.
Flat out, and how fast that is, we don't know.
Turbo, mate, good to see you.
Turbo,
How you
good to
doing?
see you.
Hey, you're at home here, aren't you?
Oh, been here a few times, yeah.
Yeah.
What do you think of this heap?
Nice heap, isn't it? Yeah, plenty of goodies to pick from.
But I suppose the big thing is, has it got what we need?
Well, we hope so.
Right, Jim, go on.
This week's challenge, we've got to build a medieval siege machine that can go through a portcullis and then fire Robin Hood over a castle wall.
The difficulty comes, of course, is this not a big hole, is it?
Well, it's not very big at all.
How
It's going
high?
to be 6 foot wide
Right.
and 4 foot high.
OK, so first things first, how are we going to actually fling Robin Hood? What sort of ideas have we got for that?
Springed arm is what jumps to my mind.
Yeah.
Like a big spring?
Well, why don't we, if we use an arm and Robin Hood sat there and he's hinged at the back and fling him straight over the wall. Maybe with an airbag or a big spring or
So something
bungee,
to push it,
elastic.
basically.
Yeah, something in that nature.
Medieval siege weapons came in various shapes and sizes. The ballista was a giant crossbow that fired missiles using a rope tensioned by the arms. The mangonel launched missiles from a ball at the end of a single giant arm, and the trebuchet consisted of a lever and sling that could hurl heavy weights over huge distances. We're facing some tough decisions, as are the other teams. Snow Hope all work at the Snow Dome in Tamworth. They're new to Scrapheap. I wonder if they're chilled.
I'm Andy. I'm Lawrence. I'm Nigel. And we are Snow Hope.
We are the maintenance team that look after every aspect of the Snow Dome. I'm looking after my figure, so I'm not going to have a biscuit.
When did you start that?
Figure 8.
To be honest, if we didn't get on like a family, it wouldn't work with the way that we work together. You know, we spend more time together than we do at home.
A couple of years ago, a Scrapheap Challenge actually came here to film snowmobiles with varied success and failure, but it gave us even more of an incentive to put our own team in because we knew we could do just as well, if not better.
We're coming, Dick. We're coming to get you. We're going to sort you out.
We'll see about that. It's time to get cracking and sniff out some good scrap for our build. first we're going to need a strong base to attach our weapon to.
Yeah.
I think that's great.
Well, there's a lightweight chassis, but I just don't think that's quite the man for us.
That's never going to be strong enough.
That's never going to do it.
Right, we want stronger. What have we got stronger? What did you see right
There
here?
is another
round
chassis
here.
round here, but that's definitely going to be strong enough.
That's going to fit straight through our portcullis.
Let's go straight. I'll give you that. I'll go straight through. But look about the weight of that.
Yeah, but we can lighten it down, Jim.
Look at the strength. Look at the strength.
But we have to actually move. We have to push that thing.
Yeah, but we'll move it, Dick. You're a big boy.
Oh, that hurts. Simon, Peter and Bob are the extinguishers from Norwich. They've been on Scrapheap before, so they know what they're doing.
I'm Simon. I'm Pete.
I'm Bob.
We're the extinguishers.
These boys have had quite a history when it comes to Scrapheap. They won on a giant skateboard,
Blast to the line, Lenny. Blast to the line. Go for it.
but weren't so hot when it came to moving the earth.
That's it. No revs on it. Nothing coming out. Nothing. Stop.
We've been on Scrapheap a couple of times now, and we just really enjoy it. It's big boys' toys, really, isn't it? Especially when I'm hitting my midlife crisis at the moment. What isn't there to enjoy about it? It's basically tinkering.
Simon and Pete do take the mick a lot.
First blood. Bob doesn't do anything.
The advantage of being a fireman is that we are used to working as a team, so that's probably an advantage. We're also used to having a lot of mickey taken out of us, which could be an advantage when things get stressful.
You're simple.
We will try our best, and whatever will happen, but we'll probably win it this time anyway.
If you're thinking of taking on Dick's Diamonds, be afraid. Be very afraid. Well, you didn't think we were going to move it by hand, did you?
So if you can pick it up gently and put it down here, that would be absolutely fantastic.
You know what that is, chaps, don't you? That's the Second World War bomb trailer.
How do you know that?
There's a badge on the front that tells you.
It says, I am a World War II bomb carrier.
Talk to me about how we're going to launch it. There's lots of leaf springs and stuff around the place. I don't like the energy in that.
I don't think any metal spring is going to be able to actually return fast enough.
The medieval mangonels were actually skeins of rope that are all twisted really, really tight, and then you pull against it like a huge spring. You get a lot of energy into that, but...
Dick, why don't we go to something a little bit more modern?
Yeah?
Like an airbag off of a lorry or something similar.
What sort of pressure are we talking about in an airbag?
About 8 bar. I think.
8 bar?
If you think 8 bar on an area that big, it's going to give a massive force.
Come on, give us a push.
Give you a push. We'll give you a push. You're not even pulling, Dick. Say that.
The burnout boys from Grimsby are into drag racing. I wonder how they're getting on. New boys Nathan, Dave and Captain Mark are drag racing speed freaks.
Potentially 170 mile an hour in 7 seconds and you're sat 2 feet behind a bomb, basically, you know, and you've got that in front of you and you basically floor the throttle, hang on and have the ride of your life.
So he gets the ride of his life in 7 seconds. But what does his wife think of it all?
Right, just across there.
Got every faith in them, haven't we?
Yeah, they've come across problems before. They've always overcome it and solved it.
We start with a pile of junk and we end up with a race car. So we've got the perfect background for Scrapheap Challenge.
We've got the same money, but just 1 week to build our machine. So far, we've scavenged an old World War II bomb trolley from our scrap heap to make a start. The first task for our Star Scrapper Turbo is to knock our chassis into good shape.
What should we lighten first?
Well, while we're sorting that out... The trolley was designed to carry heavy bombs. We don't need all that strength, so we're removing all but the bare essentials.
If we get this last cross member out, take the floor off, take the floor out, we can then put our pivot point for our throwing arm down as low as we possibly can.
While Turbo scavenges for something to make a pivot arm from, let's take a look at our design. We're bringing the medieval mangonel bang up to date by using pressurized air. By positioning an air suspension spring from a lorry underneath a pivoted firing arm, we'll have huge amounts of power to throw a missile. Dumping the air rapidly into the piston will create a sudden elongation of its body. This force will push the arm with enough vigor to launch our missile into the castle. If we get the position of the piston wrong, it'll be a medieval flop.
Right,
Jim.
Yeah. Jim's back, is he?
Yeah.
Okay. Let's go see him.
One black rubber thumper.
Tell me how much it costs, never mind anything else. You see, never mind how it works. Tell me how much it costs.
It was about 50 quid.
Are you sure?
That means
Was indeed. We did have delivery on
plus
it.
VAT.
We'll have to waste some scrapping for that.
So it extends up to double that size. That's it in its nearly compressed size.
Yep.
It goes out to double.
Talk to me about how much air we get at pressure.
It's going to be about 8-10 bar in that. It'll easily handle 12.
Excellent. Just see where we're going to stick it. That's a nice big piece of kit. In simple terms, 8 to 10 bar is roughly 4 times the pressure in a car tyre. Jim's done the maths, so in theory, that pressure pushing on the end of our air spring should give us masses of force. Turbo's charged with getting our pivot manufactured. Meanwhile, I'm making the retaining plate for the air piston. You know, we've only got a week to make this, so there's no margin for error. It's all precision here. Oops.
What have you done, Dick?
What?
What have you done?
Oh, the centre, because this is a different size piece of wood. There, the centres are not the same.
There's no excuse.
There is no excuse for not getting close.
You're miles away.
Yeah, was that far away?
10 mil. Sorry? That's what we're doing. Jim, we've decided.
What's that?
We're going to drill 6 holes in that plate, and then we might stand a chance of 2 of them lining up.
What are you laughing at?
What's that, the law of averages?
You're sacked.
It's all about finesse with Turbo. He's a true professional.
That's why I make mistakes. I just made one as well.
Well, catch that quickly. What did you say, Turbo? You made a mistake, mate.
3 pieces of box. One of them was wrong, and I put one of the wrong ones in the wrong place. Simple as that. Even the worst of us make the biggest mistakes.
With such a high standard of engineering, the competition don't stand a chance. If you put together a polo, a trebuchet and a crossbow, you get Snow Hope. Back in Tamworth, the Snow Hope boys have fabricated their own chassis and are attaching it to the front of a Volkswagen Polo.
Your eyes. We've done a lot to it. We've hacked all the wiring loom out. We've cut the car in half. You know, there's...
You can't tell.
Really?
No.
They're keeping it simple when it comes to their weapon, opting for a mangonel-style arm, which will be kept under tension by a twisted rope. A hand-operated boat winch will be used to arm the mangonel, and a sling bag on a rope will dispatch the missile towards the castle. A basic yet effective medieval weapon with a modern twist.
We come to the catapult as being a tried and tested method, obviously, back in the day. There's not that much to go wrong with it. Obviously, we've just put a twist in it with having the vehicle to drive it, because we're a bit lazy like that, and we didn't want to push it.
Electrician's choice.
Yeah,
can't do that. Yeah, that's good. We're finished.
I thought we were sticking with simplicity.
Yeah, it's good.
Can we have black pudding though?
No.
I don't like eggs.
I'll have sausage.
You know, I don't think these boys are taking this seriously.
Thinking bending piece of box all the way around there. Just tacking all the way around so it's not so strong.
You ever tacked the Teflon?
No, I haven't.
You might just slip off.
I don't think it'll stay on it.
You might just slip off.
I'm not so sure some rope and an old wok is going to be much of a match for the mighty air power of Dick's Diamonds. You won't win anything with a Chinese frying pan, lads.
I need a cup, 1 tea and 2 sugars, bit of milk. You stir it clockwise probably about 3 or 4 times, and I'll have a bourbon.
I love to see a confident team, but what are you going to be like after the competition? Let's not dick around too much, yeah? Back in the workshop, Turbo's gently persuading our pivot into its new home.
I think we leave that tacked up now.
Yeah, agreed.
Get the rest of the framework made.
Yeah.
And then from that, then we can weld it all up after. Otherwise, if we need to water that just a little bit, we need to do something just a little bit different.
It'll just be a piece.
At the moment, we can just chop the tacks off and there's no problem.
Easy.
Yeah?
Happy with that. Yeah.
Chop off a piece then, Dick. Yep. From there to the centre of the shaft.
Yep.
And we'll just tack it on the piece of pipe, put a string line down. Right, the pivot point's got to be nice and strong. The release point has got, where it's going to be released, it's got to be reliable that when we do release it, it does release. And, you know, it all stays together. Because as the pivot arm goes up, hit the stop, whether it be chains or whichever way, it's got to be strong enough. Because the inertia when it stops, is horrendous, and it could just fold the mast in half, and we don't want to do that.
In Grimsby, our drag racing team, the Burnout Boys, have come up with some solid engineering, but it looks a bit puny to me. Will they have the power to match our mighty machine?
That's better.
Yeah.
Right, I can glue that up then, yeah?
The ballista was an awesome weapon with great accuracy and lethal power, and the Burnout Boys have decided that this is the weapon for them. Historically, the ballista's power was drawn from the tension generated by bending back the arms. Our team have strayed slightly from the original design by using car suspension springs positioned at the head of the weapon. It's an impressive build, but is it as capable as its bigger brother, the Mangonel?
If we've got this working right, when the tension on the cable pulls the crossbow right back, when you imagine we've got about 7 foot here to pull this right back, fully loading the coil springs up, so there's going to be 200 pounds of springs either side, so I think we've got a combined weight of nearly 400 pound of pressure holding this in place. As soon as I touch this trigger, this lever here, it's just going to, that 400 pound of pressure is just going to shoot whatever we've got sat on here straight down this shaft on the bogie, off the end, and hopefully into orbit.
These will be pivots for the spring. As the arm's drawn back, these will be allowed to follow the spring, so that instead of bending the spring, it'll be allowed to compress in the same direction no matter how far we pull it back.
Well, say 1.5 to 2 turns on the
I
drum.
would, yeah. We're using steel cable for strength, so nothing breaks. You know, if you use string, there's likelihood if you're pulling a lot of poundage, it could break. So we've decided to go for steel.
You'd better hope so, fellas, because we've got a turbocharged build going on. It's vitally important that we get the air piston in just the right position. If our sums are wrong, we won't be harnessing all our power. It takes an awful lot of effort to get Robin Hood into that castle. This is bigger and stronger than we thought we were going to have in the first place. Releasing that power is going to be an issue, but when we put the power into it, it has to survive. This is big and tough. Fortunately, I've got a team that's getting stuck into it, and there's a very good chance it's going to work. The heavy work's done, but now it's time to fine-tune our machine. The piston needs to be mounted correctly, and Turbo's found a first-class seat for Robin Hood. That's going to be at 45 degrees when he leaves, isn't it?
Yeah.
It is.
Oh, you're a stickler for precision.
Precision?
Turbo doesn't use the tape measure.
Well, what is a tape measure? Can you show it to me later?
There we are, that's...
Oh, perfect.
That's 4 feet.
If it looks good, it is good.
You've based your whole image on that, haven't you?
There's no need to be quite that rude.
Our Norwich-based firemen, the Extinguishers, have an interesting build, but they're nowhere to be seen. They've based their design on the mother of all siege weapons, the trebuchet. By fitting a series of adjustable weights to the bottom end of their throwing arm, they plan to be able to control the distance missiles can travel. Lads, bigger is better. Just add more.
Your legs are a bit hairy, mate. Lorna's asked us if we do something for it.
Steady on, chaps. We don't do leg waxing and Scrapheap. With all this messing around, I'm not sure they'll be able to deliver their build on time.
I'm getting a bit concerned now that we haven't got some of the main components. We need some weights, we need some sort of springs, whether it be a bungee, because otherwise that's just not going to work. I'd like some other bits. There's some love to haves, but they're not essential. But the two essential things are the springs and the weights. Mind Bob, always. There's going to be a lot of force when the arm comes forward, so we need something substantial holding it at the front.
Prior to firing it, we're going to put jacks down onto the ground, take the play out of all the suspension.
We can't attach this part to the front of the vehicle. We're going to have to, every time we stop, we're going to have to run around the front, place it underneath somewhere and then tighten it up. So if this is permanently attached and hanging down, then all we've got to really do is just fill the gap up, operate the jack out, take the dead space up, and we're ready to go. So it's time saving.
The jacks, albeit they're quite basic jacks, should keep it simple and just take the spring movement. We don't want to lift the whole car, we just want to make it stable, like caravan jacks on the corner of a caravan. What we're looking for is the bolts that are already there in the subframe, using them as the attachment point for our jack, because that's going to be a lot stronger than making a hole ourselves. You can use one of them, Bob.
Yeah.
If it comes to the crunch, we might better use that one. Wouldn't matter if it's in slightly, would it?
No. Looks like Bob's drawn the shortest straw. He's off out with a shopping list.
See you, Bob. Don't forget what you're doing, mate, will you?
Let's hope he gets everything, because as it stands, they haven't got a chance against the mighty Dick's Diamonds.
Yeah, Simon's left me holding a baby this time.
Unlike the home teams, we only get a week for our build. Hoorah! Things are going well so far, but Jim's just hit a problem.
Don't you just hate it when you can't find the hole?
Sorry?
I like to see Jim happy at his work. I don't know about you.
Yeah, no, he got his arm up a bit of tube, he likes that.
Just can't find the right spot.
That's the best bit.
So we just leave. We'll come back tomorrow.
Yeah.
Come back tomorrow and he'll still have his arm in there, but he'll be happy.
At least he'll be smiling with his arm in there tomorrow.
Are we happy with the... We got the release mechanism?
Yep, the release is all done. The spring's all done.
Yeah.
The arm's all done.
You happy with the piston?
Yeah.
Stops?
Yeah.
It's an awful lot bigger than the original plan. Light and powerful. Actually, it's huge. But we've got strength. Look at this, the piston's awesome. The release mechanism looks strong enough, but it's big and heavy. We're not out of the woods yet, because if this doesn't work, we've got other options. You know, what do we do about shortening our chassis? There's lots to think about there. Actually, the big thing is, have we really got enough power to get Robin Hood into the castle? At this stage, it's looking good, but will it work? In Tamworth, the Snow Hope boys have welded a walk to their throwing arm.
Nah, I mean, would you want to make...
The problem is, they just can't seem to decide where the arm goes.
You can work on it anyway. If you've got the box section across the back, the winch can be at any point within the end of the frame.
But the arm's not the only worry for Snow Hope. Grease Monkey Nigel has yet to get the Polo engine to start.
I'd like to have the fuel tank and the electrics tested, so I'd like to get the engine running today. I love doing this kind of thing, and you know, to do it and compete in an event where you can actually, you know, show off what you can do, then it's brilliant for us, really.
Who's connected the hose lines up?
Me.
What?
Me.
I ain't gonna work then, is it?
You ready?
Yeah.
Oh. That didn't go well.
As if by magic.
Listen to that, that's fantastic.
That was on a forecourt with a full service history last week. I bet they've even got a warranty.
We might still get 400 quid for it yet.
Release mechanism's all done, ready to go. Piston's ready to go. Stops ready to go. The arm's strong enough. Just get this chair finished, and then we're ready to test it.
In Grimsby, the Burnout boys are still fiddling with cable, but Dave's wife is on hand to offer some advice.
Matt, does it make any difference to the way your springers are going? They're both going clockwise at the moment.
No.
Don't you want them going...
No, that won't make no difference. The only problem is that cable is able to move. So instead of... Because normally, if you would, on a crossbow, you would pull back on the cable itself. We aren't. We're pulling back the bogey, not actually on the cable itself. But what we'll do then, guys, is we'll fire it off. So we'll stand clear. Okay.
It's a blinder! Now I am worried.
All of 2 inches, but it come off.
Ours has been a cracking build, but the proof of the pudding is in the eating. Okay, so it's bigger than we expected, but our air piston is super powered. For Robin Hood's maiden flight, we've nicked the compressor from the workshop. If our sums add up, then Maid Marian's in for a surprise.
Right, after 3 then, 1, 2, 3.
Swing it into position.
Right, okay.
We'll
get this.
Oh, look, we got pressure.
Is that at full whack?
Yeah. 3, 2, 1, fire!
Yeah! I'm liking that! Excellent, and we've still got time to beef it up and find something to tow it with. Have the home teams got what it takes to beat me and my super scrappers? I don't think so. But with just a few days to go before the race, our team of firemen, the Extinguishers, seem to have taken their foot off the throttle.
How's it going? How's it going?
Yeah, getting there, Pete.
Yeah, good man. It's really tiring. I've got a very important job to do at the moment. I've got my foot on the foot brake. The handbrake's also on, but I'm just a little bit concerned that that might not be sufficient. And I think as safety is paramount, it's important that I rest in here for a few minutes.
Don't believe anything Pete tells you, because he's lying.
No, nothing happens at all. But I'm here just in case something should happen, in case of emergency.
He's just sitting there, he's doing absolutely nothing. Nothing useful at all. And that is Pete for you.
With all this loafing about and tinkering with jacks, it's hardly surprising they're so far behind. They've only got their throwing arm half built, and at this stage in the game, they're leaving it a bit late.
Right, basically we've got the longer poles because the arc is further and we'll get a better throw. By also having a short sling when we're using the 1 kilogram items, we should get a better throw as well, because that will go out another 3 foot or so from the actual pivot at the top, and that's the basic principle behind it.
With only a couple of days of build time remaining, they need to pull their fingers out. Over the last 4 weeks, our teams have worked their fingers to the bone, creating their throwing machines. But the building's over, it's competition time. Let's see if these machines can create medieval mayhem. Our challengers have assembled here at Hever Castle in Kent to do battle over 2 rounds. The winner earns the right to a final showdown with Dick's Diamonds. Peter, Simon and Bob, the extinguishers, are here with a finished machine. And our head of engineering, Hadrian Spooner, is impressed with exactly what they've managed to pull out of the hat.
They've given a spring to give it a head start. Obviously, you know, they found out they haven't got enough weight here, so they've given it some help there, which is good. I mean, that's a fantastic spring. There's no doubt about it. It will work. Anything that swings like this will throw things.
Good morning, extinguishers. How's it going?
Simon, how are you?
Come on then, talk me through then. What's the principle of this one?
Right, it's a mixture. We've got part trebuchet, part catapult, and we had to build it around what we could get rather than what we wanted. So down at the front is a stabiliser. You've got a pivot here.
Yep.
And the idea is we've got some weights on there. We can add some more weight for when we throw the larger items. And these swing out so we can get through the 4 foot by 6 foot gap.
Lawrence, Andy and Nigel, Snowhope, are raring to go, but it looks like they might have a bit of a problem.
It's been sitting in the rain and the motor's seized. So we're trying to just dislodge the... Has the cable got jammed? No.
Snowhope aren't the only ones with last-minute difficulties. Our drag racers, the Burnout Boys, are in trouble.
What's the problem?
We seem to have a problem with these springs coupling when we're trying to pull it up to full pressure.
What, you mean they're just bending?
Yeah, they're just coming out of shape, so that's a bit of a problem.
It looks like Snowhope have got that winch freed up.
Hey, Snowhope, how's it going?
Hiya, how you doing?
Right. Come on, talk me through the beast.
Right, what we've got is basically a catapult, based on the old Roman designs with a torsion rope around the bottom.
So you're going for tried and tested on this one?
Tried and tested. It worked for the Romans for thousands of years, and I'm sure it worked for us.
Right, okay. I was looking earlier, you seem to have an electric winch down here. Obviously that's for pulling it back. Are you going to find that a bit slow? Because if you're trying to reload and fire quickly, is that going to hinder you?
Yeah, well, what we found, we've actually got a secondary winch on here, which is a hand winch.
Right.
The hand winch is very quick, but struggles when we put anything heavier on there than the 1 kilo.
Right, okay.
So what we did, we put the electric winch on there, and it just gave us a little bit extra power, but it's slightly slower.
Gotcha. So you have got the hand winch for the speed as well?
We have, yeah.
Well, it looks absolutely fantastic, and I wish you the best of luck.
Thank you very much.
See it fire.
Excellent.
Cheers.
Thank you.
We've got the Snowhopes over there.
Yeah.
They've gone from manual system. It's a mixture of a torsion rope and a bungee, flinging arm. It's all right, I think. I mean, if they get enough tension in those bungees, they've only got like manual winches though, so actually pulling it down is quite slow because they have to start off and then winch it back.
Okay, extinguishers?
Extinguishers, they've gone for a very simple system. It's a weighted bar, they've got a bit of springs to back it up, and they fling it like a trebuchet. They had a bit of a problem earlier. They did a test and it went backwards.
That's good.
So they've got the power, but they don't know where it's going to land.
But the control, there's too many variables in trebuchets, they're hard. Yeah, what about the Burnout Boys?
They've gone for the ultimate simple system. It's a crossbow. They're going to be limited. They've only got metal springs on there. Springs never work very well on these things. I don't think they're going to do very well, unfortunately. Great team, though.
Quietly confident. Turbo will be happy. Victories are what we're after here. To complete the first challenge, teams have to manoeuvre their machine through a portcullis and fire a cabbage as fast and as far as they can. Our throwing field is divided into zones. Seconds will be deducted from each team's time, depending upon which zone their cabbage lands in. The further the cabbage is fired, the more time will be subtracted. The quickest team will be declared the winner. First up, our Snow Hope. Snow Hope, are you ready? Here we go, in the count of 5. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. You're off! Oh, the clock's up now, they're doing wheel spins. Oh, they're digging in at the start here. Oh, will they get under? That looks very low like this. Yeah. Nigel's got a special head cushion to keep him there. Now, Andy and Lawrence are putting more tension into this. You can't go through the portcullis under tension because it would be dangerous. What do you reckon, Gerbil?
They've got it everywhere, Dick,
Looks like that hand winch is holding up all right.
She's on her way down.
Yeah, Jim, you know what job you get, mate?
Yeah, I'll be doing the winching, while you old guys sit in the machine.
That's what we do in our team, yeah?
Teamwork.
Oh, they're almost ready to fire. Here we go. No. Oh, yeah! Cracking effort. Well done. Let's hear for Snow Hope. And Snow Hope set the standard with an adjusted time of 1 minute and 4 seconds.
There's a lot of smug grins here. Are you tired?
Knackered.
You seem to have a bit of trouble with traction at the start there.
Yes, slippy on the grass. It's quite muddy, so yeah.
I suppose uphill kind of damp grass doesn't help, does it? You notice your angle of trajectory was quite shallow. Are you happy with that, or are you going to try and tweak a little bit to get a bit more kind of height on it?
Because the string was just too short. You made the string longer, it would have gone a lot further.
So is that your little tactic now then?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah. We're just happy that we hit the target, you know. Yeah.
Fantastic shot, that was it. It did exactly what you needed it to do. Yeah. Congratulations. Look forward to seeing it on the second challenge. Cheers. Bye-bye.
Snow Hope, what they've done is they've actually set a time to beat now, haven't they?
That's right. Yeah, I think we can do it though, Dick.
Yeah. Okay,
I'm sure
we'll find it. Bring on the next one.
Yeah, bring it on.
Right.
We don't care. That'll be all right. No problem. Here he comes.
Extinguishers, are you ready to go? They're up for it. Here we go on the count of 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Very sedate start. Very sedate start. They're not convinced they're going to fit under there. Oh no!
They've only got about an inch of clearance.
I can get through it, mate.
Oh no! Yes, this is definitely 6 feet wide and 4 feet high. Oh, not quite through. Not quite through. Oh, that's why they did that, to get through. And they're off. They've got counterweights at the front of the trebuchet. And, oh, they're taking as much advantage as possible. Ah, oh, that's nice. We like that. They're jacking the front up off the ground. Come on, let's hear for the extinguishers. Big cheer for the extinguishers. Yeah, way to go, lads. Excellent. They're moving the weights forward. Now, how much weight? Here we go. Oh, looks like they're ready to go here. What's happening? Yes, it went forward. It went forward. They're happy. Oh, yes. Yep. And that's what trebuchets do. They scare you. The extinguishers paid the price for getting stuck and finished in an overall time of 1 minute and 26 seconds.
Who drove into the castle then?
Yeah, I mean, me a little bit.
You're very limited, aren't you? You only just fit through that.
Yeah, it's very tight, isn't it? We've got to go in tight, and that's the side I can see, so it's as tight as possible. But once again, the wheels are not going forward the whole time; they're slipping a little bit as well.
Yeah,
so that's
it's
my excuse.
very difficult for traction out here today. Well, I wish you the best of luck. Can't wait to see you in round 2. Cheers.
Last but not least are the Burnout Boys. Let's hope they fix their technical problems. Burnout Boys, are they ready? Are we ready for the Burnout Boys? Here we go. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And they're off. Oh, through. Oh, yes. No damage to the team. No damage to the machine. Yeah, look at the springs. They're winding it back. They're winding it back. Come on. They're helping. You see, they're helping the winch man. Stay safe, mate. Stay safe. Put your foot in the jockey. Yeah! Oh, yes! Coleslaw! We have coleslaw!
It's a little salad.
Then we got a side salad on the go here. Well done, the Burnout Boys. Their adjusted time is a mere 50 seconds.
So what happened then? I mean, you obviously shredded the cabbage. I mean, is that because your launching kind of tray was just too sharp?
This spring got caught in with that spring.
Right.
So it caused the machine to go that way. And when we fired it, it obviously span round.
Right.
So it just shredded the cabbage instead of going up the...
But you got some distance on some of it.
Yeah.
Measure it on the furthest bit.
Yeah.
Not the bit that's down here. You know? Great. Wish you the best of luck. Can't wait to see it happen again. Cheers. Bye-bye.
In round 2, each team has 5 cabbages to launch into our zoned target area. The further the cabbage goes, the higher the points scored. If they manage to fire into the castle, bonus points will be awarded. As in round 1, the winner will take 3 points, second 2, and third 1. The team with the highest score over the 2 rounds will compete in the final against Dick's Diamonds. This is the extinguishers. It's round 2. It's range, and they've got 5 cabbages each. Extinguishers, are you ready? Have a good one, chaps. Here we go. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And they're off. The points are scored for range here. This is trebuchet. The counterweight's at the front, and we're going to make the arms fling up. Oh, and that hit the cabbage. That hit the castle. Yay, goes up in the air. This is catching the trebuchets, so it's going to be interesting. Quite a good rate of fire. They're nearly ready again. Good, isn't it? They really want to be firing up at about 45 degrees, don't they, Jim?
Yeah, 45 degrees will give them the maximum range. But I think it's quite tricky on a system like this to actually get it to release at the right point.
It's especially a proof school. Oh, excellent! Yeah! Crack! Oh, he's up in the air again. We're liking this, extinguishers. That was a good release. Perfect release. Here we go. The extinguishers are on. Their third cabbage. They're looking good there, you know. That was a good cabbage. Yeah. Oh, look. Oh, and it's in. Oh. They are firemen, so they're very brave. The next time when one person catches onto the trebuchet, that would be embarrassing, obviously, yeah? Because if all 3 of them, they stop it, one of them goes, whee! Oh, excellent! Yeah, we're liking it, aren't we? The extinguishers, cabbage number... Ah, and see the way that cabbage was selected. He chose the cabbage he liked best there. Oh! Oh, unlucky! Excellent extinguishers, cracking! Well done, the extinguishers. Cabbage is all done. Next to go, it's Snow Hope. Hey! Roll! Snow Hope, are you ready? Snow Hope are ready. All right, here we go, lads. Count to 5. Good luck. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And they're off. They rushed into that, didn't they, eh? They're firing 5 cabbages, so 5 times they're going to be bringing this winch down. They're going to have big muscles at the end.
That does look like hard work. Look at him winding the handle.
What do you reckon, Jim? A lot of stored energy there.
Yeah, they have got electric winch as well, but I think they're going for the manual method just because it's faster. But they are going to get really tired doing that.
And another good one. Well done. We're liking it. We're liking it. Remember, it's all about range here. It's all about range. The angle's it's still quite a flat trajectory, actually, from Snow Hope. If they can get that up at 45 degrees, they've got a really good chance of actually getting it over. What do you reckon, Jim?
Yeah, it's just trying to get that cabbage to release a little bit earlier. I think they're just dangling the cabbage straight down. If they actually held it back into the machine, it would flick around and probably leave earlier.
I've heard what to do with your cabbage, folks. Oh! Oh, good effort. Hey, look at that. It's chaps like this that made Britain great.
That car won't start, you know.
Yes! Yes! Yeah, that little twist made the difference. This is the last cabbage for Snow Hope. Oh.
Yes!
Oh! Well done to the Snow Hopers! Well done! Last up, it's the Burnout Boys. Let's see if they can fire these cabbages without shredding them. And they're off. They went business there, didn't they? Yes, we're half expecting to get bits of cabbage on this one. It's the heart that counts. Right, here we go. Oh! Hey! And Nathan's off. Well done, Bates. See? And they're pulling it back for cabbage 2. Yay! It's further for Nathan to run. We like this. Oh, they're not messing around with this one, are they? Here we go, cabbage number 3. Yay! And they're happy with that one. Oh, you gotta love it. It's a bit like It's a Knockout when it's dangerous. Yeah, cabbage number 4. Here we go, cabbage number 4. Oh. And another one. Yeah, and they're happy with that. Consistency. Come on, Nathan, you can. Yo! Last cabbage for the Burnout Boys. This is a biggie, lads. It's all to play for. The winners of the first and second round. The overall winner takes on Dick's Diamonds in the final.
Very smart.
Here we go. The Burnout Boys are ready for their final shot. Oh! That could cost them dear, but it's a crack show. Let's hear it for the Burnout Boys! So, the competition's done and dusted. It's time to find out who's going to meet the mighty Dick's Diamonds in the final. Well done, teams. OK, round 2. Extinguishers and Burnout Boys, you scored 125 points. Snow Hope, you scored 130 points. So Snow Hope's got 3 points for that. Extinguishers and Burnout Boys, 2 points each. Right, adding round 1 and round 2 together. The bottom line is, team, we have a draw for first place. Snow Hope with 5 points and the Burnout Boys with 5 points. So, the rules of our competition, we go back to the times of round 1. So, in round 1, the Burnout Boys were the fastest, therefore, you go through to the final. The Burnout Boys are about to find out what they're up against. Right, go, have a look at this team. Dum-da-da-da, look. Oh, it's a thing of beauty.
Airbags.
Yeah, power.
Oh, that's cheating.
There's cheating about that. It's awesome. Look at this. All our power comes from there. Are you worried? Come on, let's be honest. Are you worried? You should be.
If we will be on ours, we'll probably decapitate him.
I'm really interested to see how you slide him up your slide, actually.
Yeah. Well, we made coleslaw out of the camping. So.
Hey, you ready for it? You're on first, team. You're on first. Let's go and see what happens. The aim is to get Robin Hood into the castle. The team who do this fastest win the challenge. Simple, really. If neither of us manage it, points will be scored for the distance Robin is fired into our zoned area. First up are the Burnout Boys. Burnout Boys, are you ready? Here we go, team. Good luck. And they're off. They're coming through. That's quite low. Come on, the Burnout Boys. Hey, Barry, he's coming. Robin doesn't know which way. There we go. Now, Robin. I'm afraid to say that. Jim, well, how far do you reckon Robin's going to go, mate?
I don't want to say. I'll tell you in a second.
No, you're not going to tell them when they pull the trigger. I reckon made mine's all by herself in there. Ooh! Did he cross the line?
He did. He's across the line.
He's across the line. He doesn't want to go, you can tell. You seen what happened to the first one?
Oh, you can't.
What are you doing with that spike? Ooh! Mind, that's cocked, lads. Stay careful, stay safe. Here they go. Oh, he hasn't crossed the line! Robin Hood hasn't left the base yet. Come on, chaps, Robin Hood hasn't crossed the line yet. Let's go for the Burnout Boys! Robin Hood. Never going to meet Meg Marion ever. It's really quite sad.
We're proud of them, aren't we, Denise? We're proud of them. Real proud.
We're next, and for some reason we put Turbo in charge of the mower that will pull our mighty throwing machine.
He's about 3 foot in front.
We're seated, we're seated.
Oh no, they're going to fail. They don't know what they're doing.
Yeah.
Or do they?
I don't know. Hey, got the first dummy.
We didn't do all that, did we? They're tiny old lot. Ah, cheating.
He's getting ready for Maid Marian!
She got fed up of waiting for you, she's gone.
Right, team, how are we doing? Good. Maid Marian, he's coming! There we go!
Where did you learn to drive?
He's got a moped license, we'll have him, mate!
Do they get points taken off for that?
Yeah.
He says you've got to go through it. Well, not literally through it.
Dick should be disqualified for demolishing the portcullis. Grimsby should win.
Look, only one little bit sticking out.
Yeah, it was getting through it, not taking it with us, so Grimsby should win.
At least we made Marion smile. Right, the results, which we don't. Here we go. Time. Burnout Boys, 2 minutes 55 seconds. Dick's Diamonds, 2 minutes 14 seconds. Yes! Way to go, Turbo. Hey, thanks. Yeah, Dick's Diamonds get a scalp.
Marvellous. Marvellous. Absolutely out of this world. It's been a wonderful day.
Join us next time for more Scrapheap madness. There'll be more budging and battling with some super scrap machines.